Hi, everyone. This is me 5 years ago, just having graduated from studying environmental sciences and being ready to change the world. So here you see me sitting at the office of the Chamber of Commerce. And since the labor market was not that strong, I chose to become a freelancer. But I was really ambitious and I wanted to pursue all kinds of different values and really improve the world. So I went to this lady and I said, okay, how can I make myself useful as a freelancer? So, whoops, that went a bit quick. Well, anyway, so I was there and she said, okay, come on, let's look at the whole list of different options that you have. So here are the 960 categories of different sectors of industry you can be in. Let's have a look. What can you choose from? So growing of strawberries in open fields, fattening pig farms maybe, or manufacture of underwear, steel bending, shops selling optical articles, renting of magazines, practices of midwives. And scrolling all down the list, I saw nothing of my liking, and only at the very, very bottom there was a very broad category of purpose-driven organizations in general. So I asked her, isn't there a freelance NGO? And this happened.
Computer says no.
So I didn't feel so warmly received at the Chamber of Commerce. And to be abundantly clear, there are about 956 different types of profit industry you can be in, and just 4 that are purpose-driven. So they are broadly political organizations, hobby clubs, religious organizations, and idealist organizations. So by now I work at an idealist organization that thinks this is a pretty skewed situation. So we thought, can't we do it slightly different? We see so many different initiatives like cooperatives and organizations that combine different values, not navigate on profit, but on navigate on a whole set of different values that use also mixes of different institutional arrangements and different ways of funding to get their purpose ahead. So we thought, why not launch a Chamber of Commons? Okay, Chamber of Commons, what should this look like? How should we go about? Well, what are commons, firstly? This is a picture from the Basta farm in Germany, close to the border of Portugal. No, not Portugal, Poland, of course. Alliterations. And at the Basta farm, they produce about 50 different vegetable crops. They produce 6 different potato varieties, all kinds of grains. But they do this with a mixture of professional farmers, volunteers, people living and working on the farm. And they also have 400 households that they service. But those households don't just pay for the produce, they are actually stakeholders, and they have a monthly contribution. And they decide on this contribution as a collective. Or consider Ojos de Agua. This is a Peruvian organization. Those are, again, a group of farmers that were so disgruntled with the fact that heavy deforestation occurred. There was a big loss of species. The water quality was deteriorating. So within the village of Pucacaca, and I must say this is the most brilliant name for a village I think you can have in Peru. Within Pucacaca they said, let's get organized, and they went to the state and kind of demanded or claimed 2,300 hectares for themselves to manage, to eke out a living, but also to sustain the forest. And actually since then, since 2003, when they got started, 99% of the illegal harvesting and poaching has been reduced. And both the Basta farm and this Ojos de Agua, they are forms of really a mixture of collaborative effort, and they reach out to also people from villages and cities. So to actually engage with the surrounding community, for them also to get involved and take up a bit of the responsibility and of the tenure in organizing this land. So what are commons then? Commons can be defined as shared resources managed and maintained by a community on the basis of mutually agreed and enforced rules. But commons really try to look also for different types of economy, so economy that's regenerative and inclusive by design. And you might think that, okay, commons, you know, it's maybe a bit marginal, but if you look again at the landscape level, it's estimated that 65% of the land is under some system of communal or indigenous ownership. And it's often not recognized by the state, but the model is there and the practices are there. And there's really a lot we can learn and see if we can also again develop them as new models. So the thing we want to do at the Chamber of Commons is to give more language to this kind of institution. Because if you see this heavily tilted structure where the profit economy has a wealth of different categories, but the purpose-driven economy has really just a small share of that, while reality actually says yes to this kind of model, I think it's really important for us to start designing better institutional ways of recognizing those. And with this picture, I want to show that those are not just individual citizens or farmers that are doing something. There's really network situations going on of government bodies, of private institutions and knowledge institutions, all the way to networks and CSOs that collaborate to get those new models off the ground. So this is also an invitation. We can't build a Chamber of Commons on our own. Of course, it's just something we want to make vocal and bring to the public. Because we really think that connecting the public, really the wider audience, to those initiatives will help sustain those models and generate more inspiration and support for these new commons. So thank you for listening, and please get in touch with us if you want to contribute. Thank you.